Good morning, you're welcome to Political Insight. It's amazing to have you on the show today, and with me in the studio is Honorable Oviarobo Enekpen Nosa, the APC Ward 1 Chairman in Edo Local Government Area and Media Director to the Edo South Senatorial candidate. Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Good morning. You're welcome. I'm fine.
It's good to have you on the show today.
Good to see to also meet you here too.
And it's like every conversation is tilted towards the 2023 presidential election that is really fast approaching. So I'm going to start off with the Muslim ticket in the APC. And you feel that that's a winning formula because it's more like it's unheard of. So what do you think?
The APC candidate, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, emerged as a candidate of APC, the presidential candidate of APC in the forthcoming general election. And the APC as a party strategized and checked their templates. They also look at the area where they believe that they can get a vote from. And at the end, the caucus of the APC decided to rest on Shetima, who is also a Muslim. And this is based on the fact that the APC can easily win the election with that combination. If you look at these Muslim tickets, everybody is talking about, politics is not based on religion. Politics is based on ideology. And the major focal points when it comes to election is that what will you do to enable you win the election? And the APC, at the end of the day, discovered that if they go for Christian at the northern part of this country, we don't have much Christians in the north. We have more Muslims in the north. And based on that, the APC decided to pick a Muslim. We've had it before in the days of Abiola and Babagana Kigimbe. You saw what happened during the election.
But times have changed. Because let's say when Buhari wanted to become the president at that point and he picked Professor Yemi Osibanjo as his vice, there was this, okay, there is a Christian in the mix, so it's more like acceptable to the wider demographic. But you said something about where they can really get votes and it being in the north. Bola Ahmed is from the west. Are we saying that he's going to have this divided vote from the west?
No, Bola Ahmed, if you look at the political template of this country, if you want to win an election, you should have a strategy of winning in the north, at least one geopolitical zone from the south. If you can win convincingly one geopolitical zone from the south and get maybe 25% from every other part of the southern states of the south, I believe you are good to go. If you look at the terms of registration and voters registration, the southwest is second, and Bola Ahmed Tinubu is from that geopolitical zone. And if we're able to get from our own strategy, if everything, if everything go the way we are planning it, we'll get massive votes from the north because we pick a Muslim from the north.
But there's Atiku Abubakar in the picture.
Even the northerners know that this ideal time is for the south to produce a president. Because if you look, the northerners, they've just had 2 tenures in the presidency from the north. And you will not expect an ideal political party to pick another presidential candidate from the north again. Rather, go to the other side of the country, which is the south side, with the south. Then Tinubu is coming from the south, and we needed to, yes, by picking somebody as the running mate from the north. So if you look at what we have done, but there's one thing we must know. Politics is not based on religion. It's not based on religion. It's just that we are not playing, the Christians are not playing this kind of, they are not trying to bring politics into religion. No. Politics is different and distinct from religion. But sometimes we don't consider, oh, okay, based on the fact that we are picking the northern president, let's pick a Christian from the south. But if you, as a political party, if you are running a political party, you are the chairman, national chairman of the party, or maybe the board chairman of the party, you should know a strategy that will make the party to win. This strategy that we've employed is the best.
This is the best.
It's the best because we are picking a northern running mate that is capable, that have the capacity, that have the vision, that can also replicate what the president wants to do in case if the president is not there. Somebody that can always stand in his shoes. That is the person of Shetima. So I believe that APC will get it right this time.
Okay, APC will get it right this time. You know, there's this saying. It's more like a mantra that Bola Ahmed Tinubu will replicate what he did in Lagos State, using that as a point of reference on a larger scale about what he will do. So let's talk about Tinubu in question. There's this surrounding theory about his age. You know, he always says he's a little over 70, and recently, and most recently, there have been sources saying that he was born in 1935 and that with all calculation, he's close to 90. So what do you have to say about this? Because in all sense, you talked about vision, strategy, the right charisma to move the country forward. What about the age factor?
You know, in politics there are a lot of fallacy. If you want to know your background from the other side, you come into politics, people will tell you your background wrongly.
But you know, you cannot be Keyamo, who is in the APC, before he joined the APC, he vehemently spoke against Bola Ahmed Tinubu, always spoke about him forging a certificate, his age, where he schooled, so many things, and now he's in the APC. Just in that whole aspect has been shut.
No, that's at that time he was ignorant of the facts.
Facts.
Yes.
Okay.
By the time it now comes into APC, and the biography of Tinubu was now unveiled to him. Okay. He now discovered that he was actually wrong from his assertion. And also, you cannot be Catholic more than the Pope. If Bola Ahmed Tinubu is saying, this is when I was born, and you are telling me from another view, I will not believe you, because they are all fallacy. Are you getting me? I know my age. I know when I was born. And I will be bold enough to tell anybody, this is when I was born. Even if you are saying whatever you are saying. But I know myself. So that is why everybody, every right-thinking Nigeria will believe Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Because Ahmed Bola Tinubu, he has a legacy. From his foundation in Lagos, that was consolidated by Fashola, and also a little by Ambode, and now with Sanwo-Olu, you can see that this man has a vision. He has a vision for Lagos. He laid the foundation, and he brought somebody who came and consolidated it. And till today, Lagos, everybody is replicating the ideology of governance from Lagos. Everything we have in Edo State, all the laws, they were being copied from Lagos.
Copied?
Yes, even the infrastructural designs. If you look at Lagos, it's also a replicant of what is done in Lagos. Every right-thinking state, this time, we want to measure up with what Lagos have done.
So you use Lagos as a
as a template.
So in that capacity, are we going to say that Edo State is really measuring up with that template, because if we look around, it's not like I'm throwing shades at the government or what have you. You see, there were documentaries about floods in Edo State, about roads, many persons speaking up. So in that regard, there's a question mark there.
You know, when Oshomole, Adam Salu Oshomole came with this ideology of one man, one vote, of people getting the dividends of democracy, the electorate, he went to Lagos. And he discovered that there's a different way of doing things in terms of infrastructural development, in terms of human development. Oshomole also copied from Lagos, and he laid a foundation, a solid foundation in Edo State. But it's quite unfortunate that nobody, as at now, could consolidate the foundation Oshomole laid. I believe in 2024 we'll correct that wrong.
Okay, it's hopeful that we'll correct that wrong.
Yeah.
So let's go back. So let's go back to Tinubu. In all ramifications, you are endorsing him. And it's not just typical because you're in the party. Because some persons might have this conflicting interest that, oh, I'm loyal to the party, but I'm not loyal to the person. So what makes him a distinguishing figure than that of the other candidates, Peter Obi of the Labour Party?
Before you think of endorsing anybody or you pitch tent with any presidential candidate, you go back to their track records. If you compare Lagos and Anambra, it's uncomparable.
But you know that Lagos State have this port. They have a lot of industrial investment by private bodies. So many things. So do you think on a fair scale, we should compare Anambra and Lagos on the same, should I say, speed?
Anambra have the biggest market in the southeast, if not in Nigeria, which would have been able, if we have a right thinking person in the aim of affair, that person would have been able to harness that privilege, that opportunity to turn Anambra to a global, a market where everybody will replicate. If you go to Dubai, why are we going to Dubai? Is it not because of the market there? We go there to buy things. At least we have make Dubai out of Anambra if we have a purposeful leader in Anambra. But if you go to Lagos, you are talking about all these opportunities. Somebody in the person of Ahmed Bola Tinubu was able to harness all these opportunities that Lagos is endowed with, and he make use of it. He was able to harness the revenue base of Lagos, which later transformed into infrastructural development. With those corporate bodies in Lagos, the port and whatever, he was able to generate revenue to build Lagos to where it is today. And today, you know what Lagos is generating internally. It was as a result of the foundation Tinubu laid in all aspects of governance.
You said a lot there, and I want to quote you, not really quote you. You said something earlier on, but before that, let's take a flashback to the Goodluck Jonathan tenure. You know, before President Muhammadu Buhari came in, many Nigerians wanted to vote the PDP out of power for reasons best known to them. Then you said something about garnering a lot of votes in the South. Do you think the strength projected by politicians that the North has a vital, should I say 80% vital role to play for any candidate to win is more like an exaggeration? What of the South, the East, the South?
If you look at the projection of voters registration, the Northwest has 22 million votes, voters that have registered, followed by the Southwest with 18 million votes and above, followed by the South, North Central. If you look at the projection, the North have a stake. But
Goodluck was voted in.
Yes, Goodluck was voted in.
And he beat Buhari and Atiku that time.
Yeah, you know, it also boiled down to the political structure.
Political structure.
Yes. As at that time, PDP structure in the North were very powerful. And they were able to garnish the votes, and they delivered Goodluck Jonathan as at that time. And as at that time, Muhammadu Buhari was not in a political party. It was more or less like a regional party. He was contesting from a regional party with the CPC. But now, he's in a national, he won in a national party, a party that cut across the 6 geopolitical zones. Are you getting me? So that is why I said you also look at the structure of the party that you are contesting from. As at that time, Muhammadu Buhari contested from more or less like a regional party. That was why Jonathan had the opportunity to win as at that time. But when Muhammadu Buhari came back, when he was now in a full national, what I would call a national party, a party that cut across the 6 geopolitical zone, that have the capacity to deliver a presidential candidate, he won.
That's a lot. So many persons that have doubts about questions that have not been answered, I'm sure this has laid certain curiosities to rest. Then we need to talk about the emerging, should we call it a powerful force, of the whole obedient movement. We can't say that, of course, the APC, they have this powerful structure. We can say, yes, the PDP, apart from the whole internal crisis they are facing, then we can't turn a blind eye to the Labour Party. So what do you have to say about that? Because every Saturday there's always this 4 million man march for Peter Obi, unsolicited by him. Has that in any way posed as a threat to the APC?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah. Because if you look at from the look of things, this is just a campaign, presidential campaign, whatever. By the time the campaign starts now, then you will now see facts will be coming out. Campaign strategy you will now be seeing what it takes to campaign for a presidential candidate. Then all the flux of Peter Obi will now be tabled. By now we are just looking. We are waiting for the D-Day, which is 28th of September. Then you will now see how a presidential campaign will look like. Not, Obi is just trending on the social media.
That's what they said at first, social media, until everybody, let me just speak on a neutral level. Peter Obi, they always said social media. The next thing, every Saturday in Enugu, Onitsha, even Benin, Delta State, a 1 million man march. But we didn't say anything from Atiku supporters, or should we say Bola Ahmed Tinubu supporters? So can we still say that is social media? If
you look at what happened in Enugu, just of recent, though we all condemned what happened over there. When we were holding labor meeting, you saw, what happened in Enugu. Although it is so unfortunate, but it shows that even in the Southeast, they are not supporting Obi.
Really?
Yeah. If Obi is really home and dry with his people, in Enugu, a Labour Party is holding their meeting, and you are seeing that kind of attack in their, it goes to show that they are not fully for Obi. Enugu is a PDP state. So not the way we are looking at it, that the entire Southeast will vote for Obi. No. The PDP have more stronghold in the Southeast. That is why the APC is looking towards the Southwest. Okay. While in the South, the vote will be shared between PDP, APC, and the so-called obedient, the Labour Party. Why the bulk of the vote will come from the north, the northwest, the northeast, the north central, and merge with the southwest. That is our strategy, I believe so. So with that strategy, it's going to be a win-win for APC.
I love the confidence that is emitted right now from the APC, you representing the whole bulk of the APC. You said something, the so-called Labour Party, Boala, spokesperson of Atiku Abubakar, said something. He implied that Peter Obi is being used as a pawn. He even made some assertions towards the Obasanjo and other political stakeholders using Peter Obi as a pawn to support Tinubu.
No. That assertion is wrong. Peter Obi is from PDP. It did come from PDP to Labour. Are you getting me?
Yes.
We believe, we in the APC party, we believe that Atiku systematically, in collaboration with Obi, systematically they are trying to use Obi as a tool to reduce the votes that will come from the south for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Unknowing to them that we have our own strategy, knowing fully well that that is their best strategy that they could use for Atiku to win.
Really? So you think this thing is
because there is no way Obi will win the election from the south alone. You need vote from the north. You know, an average northerner will not vote for Obi for some certain reasons.
And you are saying religion is not playing up?
No. Religions will not play. When the campaign starts, you will not discover that religion, even the Christians will ally with Ahmed Tinubu at the appropriate time. There is no way, there is no right-thinking Nigeria, a right-thinking a certain person that will allow Atiku to win, whereby the North will now have another 2 tenure of 8 years. Because the strategy they are using now is to ensure that they use Obi vote to reduce the vote of Ahmed Tinubu from the south, so that to give a room for Abubakar Atiku to win the forthcoming general election. We should be wise from the south that this is our time to produce the president of this country, and we all believe that the only person that have the capacity, the vision, and the confidence to rule this nation is Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
That's a lot. That's a whole. I should clap because that was really smooth. But let us not forget the elephant in the room. We're also going to wrap up the show because change. That was the word that was sold out to us 8 years ago. Of course, Nigeria at that point needed a lot of things because we expected more, and you understand. So we wanted more from the next president. Of course, the Buhari-led administration has done a lot of things, and kudos to that. But there were certain things that were promised that have not been met. And you know, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in an interview with pressmen, he said something. I think this happened in Ogun State, where he said something about him bringing Buhari into power, meaning that all of them together formulated what we might think we are seeing today. So what is the other thing you want to sell out to Nigerians? Because you say right-thinking Nigerians surely will vote for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If everybody mentioned were together in this whole administration, so what do you expect Nigerians to hold on to if they want to still vote APC into power?
Nigerians, a right-thinking Nigerian will know, as at this time, that Buhari-led administration has tried in some aspects.
Yes.
In terms of when we are talking about security, Buhari administration has actually tried. Although we are still having some little schemes here and there, challenges here and there. But you know, before Buhari came on board, there was a caliphate that was declared by Boko Haram. They even hung their flag. But Buhari came, Buhari was able to combat the Boko Haram And those caliphates, that caliphate was reclaimed. It shows that there was a change in terms of security architecture of this nation. Although we are still having challenges, we continue to combat those challenges. So Tinubu is coming. If you look at Tinubu mission statement that everybody should look onto, he said he's coming to consolidate what has been done. The little achievements, areas where we have issues will be looked onto, and there will be a new template.
Okay.
That template will be unveiled during our campaign. You know, we don't want a situation whereby when you unveil,
watch out for that template.
when you unveil a strategy, you know, you see other political party copying, you know, doctor the strategy. So that is why everybody is mute about it. We are waiting for that D-Day, whereby our strategy, the mission statement to develop this nation, to consolidate on what has been achieved, and to also ensure that there is a proper plan to meet or to arrest those areas where we have challenges. So Tinubu is well equipped, is well endowed, and he has the leadership prowess to rule this nation. If you look at what happened in Lagos, Lagos is like, we are using Lagos in the comparative analysis as a prospect, maybe as a country. If you look at what Tinubu did in Lagos, is an eye-opener to everybody in this country. And everybody wish they are from Lagos. And all the states that mean well for their citizens, for their electorate, everybody tend to copy Lagos. Look at what happened in Rivers when Wike was commissioning his flyovers. Bajabi Amila, the Speaker of House of Representatives, told him, look, you are commissioning 12, 15 flyovers. We have over 110 flyovers that is being commissioned on a daily basis by Sanwo-Olu. Are you getting me? So everybody is looking up to Lagos. Everybody want to meet up with that, that Lagos standard.
Meaning, in other words, there's more to come.
Yeah.
The APC-led government.
Yes, there's going to be a change in terms of governance, in terms of the security architecture, in terms of infrastructural development, in terms of budget in education. This issue we are having, this issue of ASU, I believe with the Tinubu template, it will be arrested once and for all. Are you getting me? This issue of infrastructure, which I've said before, there's going to be a new template for infrastructural development.
And these are pivotal areas.
Yeah, and issue of health, the health sector. You know, there is a deficiency in terms of the health sector. Although there was a little progress, but Tinubu is coming with a blueprint that will arrest all those health challenges that we are having. So if you look at Edo State now, there's a lot of health challenges. There's a lot of challenges. The method of centralizing healthcare, there's challenges in Edo State. By 2024, I believe those things will be arrested and will put a government that is efficaciously that will efficaciously deliver in terms of governance.
This is a lot. This has really been informative, and I'm sure viewers, you can bear witness to this, that we should look forward to more happenings, more developments in the political space, because I assure you it's going to be very interesting. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us today. It's really a pleasure to have you on the show. I had an amazing time. Thank you so much, sir, once again. And before we leave, I wanted to assure our viewers that you're going to be here on another show.
Definitely. Anytime there is a call, I will always oblige. I will be there for you, so that our viewer will be educated, will be well informed about the next political dispensation.
Thank you so much, sir. And guys, this is the Political Insight. Ensure you follow us across our social media platforms. Do well to subscribe. Until next time.